Okay. Any questions from previous class? So shall we proceed?
Yeah.
Do you remember the topic that we're going to start today?
Types of yoga, I believe.
Different parts of yoga. Okay. Very well. Okay. So मैं आपको म्यूट कर लीजिए सब लोग so that there is no background noise. Let me hide all the non-video participants. Okay. So today's topic is it is basically kind of introduction to major schools of yoga. Okay. Oh wait. Yes. So introduction, just a little intro to all the different parts of yoga, the major ones, and what does it have? What do we do? How do we practice it? All of that along with that. So this is again falling under unit 1, going by your syllabus 1.5. So basically it's a journey as well as the goal. Yoga is what? Journey as well as the goal. And there are so many different paths in yoga. So many different paths, and different scriptures have described different ways of kind of reaching to that goal. But like all rivers lead to the ocean, all the paths of yoga lead to self realization. And you may start the journey on, being on one particular path, but for full blossoming, there should be an integrated approach. It is suggested that way. So what are these paths? First path is Jnana Yoga, the path of self transcending knowledge, Jnana Yoga. Second is Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. Third is Karma Yoga, path of selfless action. And fourth one is Raja Yoga, or it is also known as Dhyana Yoga, the path of effortlessness. Okay. So these are the 4 main paths of yoga. Now, understanding each of them, the first one that came, in the timeline was Jnana Yoga. What is the meaning of Jnana? Jnana का मतलब क्या है? Knowledge, right? So, what is the knowledge about? ज्ञान मतलब क्या? किसका ज्ञान? So, this is inquiring into the nature of reality. What is true? What is permanent? What is real? Nature of reality. It's not just about studying, the scriptures or the existence. It's not just about reading the scriptures, but it is about that deep experiential understanding of who we are. of one's own self, realizing it, experiencing it, and understanding it, not just reading superficially. You know what Adi Guru Shankaracharya says? That he says, bondage is caused by asking wrong questions. Knowledge, what is the purpose of knowledge? To free us, right? Knowledge का purpose क्या है? To become free from the bondage. But if you ask wrong questions, you fall into more bondage. Liberation, he says, liberation can only be achieved if you ask right questions. And he says real knowledge is acquired only from a guru. Why? Because guru is already established in the self, in the knowledge. That is why हमारे scriptures वगैरह में बोलते हैं कि योगा जो है या कोई भी ज्ञान है, हायर नॉलेज, वो गुरु के पास से, यू शुड बी लर्निंग फ्रॉम अ लर्नड पर्सन, यू शुड प्रैक्टिस अंडर अ गुरु. इसीलिए हमारे परंपरा में काफी महत्व दिया है गुरु शिष्य परंपरा को. ठीक है. तो ज्ञान योगा में क्या है? 3 डिफरेंट लेवल्स है. पहला है श्रवणा, मतलब क्या? सुनना, टू लिसन टू द नॉलेज. दैट्स नंबर फर्स्ट स्टेप. सेकंड इज व्हाट? मनना. Manana is what? Whatever you have heard, you are pondering over it, contemplating on it, reflecting over what you have heard. Then third one is nididhyasa. Nididhyasa means whatever you have heard, you pondered upon it, you reflected on it, then you are making it your own experience. So even Gurudev Sri Ravi Shankar ji says that first you listen, then you contemplate, and then make it your own experience. This is the way you listen to knowledge, approach the path of jnana. The next one is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is what? It's a path of action. But what kind of action? Selfless action, right? Selfless service. And when we say service, and that too selfless, that means you are not attached to the outcome of it. When you selflessly perform any action, then you have that full focus and attention. And what does it bring? What is the result of it? जब आप कोई भी सेवा करते हैं मन लगा के, ध्यान से, बिना कोई expectation के, that brings fulfillment, freedom. If you make fruit of the action the motive to perform anything, to perform any action, then it won't give you fulfillment, but it creates a deep impression in your consciousness. जब आप कोई सेवा एक्सपेक्टेशन के साथ करते हैं या इसलिए करते हैं क्योंकि आपको पता है कि ये करने से ये मिलेगा, इसलिए ये करना है, तो वो क्या करता है? आपकी चेतना में बहुत ही गहरा एक इंप्रेशन छोड़ता है और फिर हम उसी में फंसते हैं. Got it? So any work that you do is to be done from selfless. It has to be a selfless service. Now again, here they have mentioned 2 types. I've already explained it, but just naming it so you remember. First is sakama karma. That where you know that I'm going to get this, that is why I'm going to do this action, do this service. And second is nishkama karma, where you are not, you completely detach yourself from the result, whether it is successful or unsuccessful, doesn't matter. You know, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, just perform your duty. Do not worry about the result. है ना? हमको पता ही होगा कहते हैं. And beyond this, Krishna also says what? Go beyond the opposites of pain and pleasure. ये करने से मुझे अच्छा लगेगा, ये करने से मुझे दुख होगा, इसलिए ये नहीं करना है या छोड़ देते हैं. इसके भी बियॉन्ड जाना है. कोई भी जब हमको सेवा मिलती है तो हम क्या सोचते हैं, अरे ये करने से ये मुझे इसमें मजा नहीं आएगा, मैं ये वाली सेवा कर लेती हूँ. मीन्स व्हाट? यू डोंट वांट टू गो थ्रू दैट. हम सेवा भी ऐसे चूज करते हैं, है ना? तो कृष्णा क्या कहते हैं? रिजल्ट की चिंता मत करो. उसके साथ ये भी कहते हैं कि ये ऑपोजिट से भी परे जाओ. जस्ट कीप डूइंग द सेवा. Got it? This is a second level of approaching the service. Okay. And Gurudev Shri Ravi Shankar ji also says that, you know, when you make service your sole purpose of life, then it eliminates fear and it brings focus to your mind and gives you meaning to your life. This is so beautiful. वरना आप देखिए, आपको तो पता ही होगा, you all are, you all have seen much more life than me. You must have seen people, they don't know what to do in life. Haven't you met such people in your life? They don't know where they are. Forget about service. But they don't know where they are going, why they are going. Where they are going is another thing. Why they are running, what they are running for. वो अवेयरनेस भी नहीं है कि आई एम रनिंग फॉर नथिंग. So if we have come on this path, it is our pleasure that we have been chosen to be on this path. अब एक बार आ तो गए, लेकिन अभी आके हमारा रोल कैसे निभाना है ये हमको चेक करना पड़ेगा. Every time we pick up any service, just check, bring that awareness. वो सजगता लाइए कि मैं कैसे, कोई ऐसे रिजल्ट इसका कैसा होगा, प्रोसेस इसका कैसा होगा, ये देख के तो मैं चूज नहीं कर रही हूँ ना, क्या कर रहा हूँ. Just give a little attention to that also and go beyond the opposites also. Okay, can we do that? Yes, very good. Now the next one is bhakti yoga. One of the most easiest, simplest path to reach the goal. Gurudev says that. Okay, so भक्ति योगा में क्या है? बस डिवोशन है, कंप्लीट फेथ एंड डिवोशन, लिविंग इन अ स्पेस ऑफ लव टुवर्ड्स द डिवाइन और द मास्टर. आप जिसमें भी बिलीव करते हैं, डजंट मैटर किस में बिलीव करते हैं, बट कंप्लीट लव and devotion towards that higher power is bhakti. That is what bhakti is. So, but when you choose your path of bhakti yoga, then it has to be unconditional love, है ना? फिर ऐसे नहीं कि अगर मैं इतने फास्ट, इतने दिन उपवास रहूंगी तो आप मेरे को ये काम करके देना, और इतना चढ़ाऊंगी आपको, इतने बच्चों को खाना खिलाऊंगी, तब आप ये काम करना. नॉट लाइक दैट. Divine love is unconditional. So our love also has to be unconditional. ऐसे नहीं कि लाइफ में कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आ गए तो अरे अभी मैंने इतना किया, मुझे आप पे इतना विश्वास है, और आपने ध्यान नहीं रखा, नॉट लाइक दैट। ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है कि प्रकृति हमारे साथ, हम सबको एक जितना, मतलब नेचर लव्स ऑल ऑफ अस इक्वली, and nature has given us so much, right? It always takes care of us. We just need to acknowledge that love. The moment you start acknowledging the love that you receive from nature, I tell you, nature will always give you things to be grateful for. This is my own experience. Start acknowledging small little things that nature is helping you. It is always, yeah, we all have experienced it, haven't we? Yes, हम सब ने इसको अनुभव किया, बट हम इतना ड्वेल हो जाते हैं हमारे रूटीन में कि समवेयर वी स्टॉप एक्नॉलेजिंग, फॉरगेट अबाउट बीइंग ग्रेटफुल अबाउट इट, बीइंग थैंकफुल फॉर इट। बट एक वो एक्नॉलेजमेंट भी अगर कर दिया ना, देन ऑल्सो द लाइफ will be like a 360 degree change. So we need to recognize this love, and this is one's first step. Then you reflect on it, like feel grateful for it. That is what real devotion is. Nothing else is expected. This is what bhakti yoga is. It is called one of the, like, it's known to be the sweetest path of yoga. And when you are living bhakti yoga, then you see divinity everywhere in everybody. You see everywhere divinity in everything, every person. You see only one. On the other side, if you see, then only and only a guru can help you awaken this bhakti. मतलब गुरु ग्रेस से ही ये भक्ति जागती है ना? This is so, on one side we are saying, oh, this is my love, I am giving. The other side, you see, other than, if you flip the coin, it's like unless you have the blessing of the master, you can't even awaken that bhakti. This is like the irony of the whole concept. And only guru can help you get freedom from the sufferings. वेद व्यास जी बताते हैं 9 अलग अलग तरीके से आप अपनी भक्ति को एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं फॉर द डिवाइन। इसको बोलते हैं नवविधा भक्ति। तो कौन सी 9 है, किसी को पता है क्या? डज एनीवन रिमेम्बर? ओके, सो नवविधा भक्ति पहला है श्रवणम, मतलब क्या आप सुनते हैं गाने, भजन, प्रेजेस, ग्लोरीज ऑफ द डिवाइन, है ना? सेकेंड इज कीर्तनम, मीन्स आप चैंट भी करते हैं, वी आर चैंटिंग द प्रेजेस ऑफ द डिवाइन। थर्ड वन इज स्मरणम, स्मरण करना, रिमेम्बरिंग द डिवाइन। Then the fourth one is Pad Sevanam, means what? Serving at divine's lotus feet. Pad Sevanam. Fifth one is Archanam. Archanam मतलब क्या? Offering and worshipping the deity. उनको कुछ ऑफर करना, पूजा करना, है ना? Then is Vandanam, प्रार्थना करना. Then the seventh one is दास्यम, दासी के रूप में, है ना? सर्विंग और एग्जीक्यूटिंग द विल ऑफ द लॉर्ड। इसका एक बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल है लॉर्ड हनुमान। वो क्या था? दासी की तरह हनुमान जी को, है ना, वॉट एवर ही वांट्स ही विल बी लाइक रेडी टू गिव, रेडी टू डू, दास्यम। देन इज साख्यम, like a friend, loving the Lord as a friend. दोस्त की तरह। इसका बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल कौन सा है बताइए?
सुदामा
कृष्ण and
सुदामा
Sudama.
कृष्ण and सुदामा।
Yes, कृष्ण सुदामा। और बताइए? अर्जुन एंड
अर्जुन एंड कृष्ण।
अर्जुन के लिए तो कृष्ण फ्रेंड थे ना, बेस्ट फ्रेंड थे, है ना? तभी तो उनको फिर वो विश्व रूप दर्शन दिखाना पड़ा मनाने के लिए कि भाई देखो, आई एम ऑल्सो समवर, राइट? तो अर्जुन एंड सुदामा का भी एग्जाम्पल। यस। एंड द लास्ट वन, 9th one is आत्मनिवेदनम, कंप्लीट सरेंडर। कंप्लीट सरेंडर। तो ये 9 अलग अलग तरीके से आप अपना जो प्रेम है प्रकृति के प्रति, डिवाइन के प्रति, गुरु के प्रति, आप इसको एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं। और ऐसा नहीं कभी, you can change your expressions will keep changing. Okay, so this Navvidha Bhakti is given by Sage Vyasa. So that is about Bhakti Yoga. And the last one is Raj Yoga, जिसको हम ऐसा बोलते भी हैं, it's a royal path. रॉयल पाथ, इसको ध्यान योग भी बोलते हैं। सो व्हाट इज राजयोग? व्हाई इज इट कॉल्ड रॉयल पाथ? यू नो, बिकॉज it is a path of mental discipline. Mental discipline. It's a path of complete effortlessness. लेकिन वो effortlessness कब आएगा पता है? पहले आपको effort डालना पड़ेगा. After you put effort, when you let go, then you reach to that effortlessness state. तो इसमें राजयोग में क्या है? सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट एम्फोसिस दिया है ध्यान को। और कैसा ध्यान? सहज ध्यान, एफर्टलेस मेडिटेशन, समाधि को, ध्यान से गहराई में जाके समाधि को एक्सपीरियंस करना, इसी पे फोकस किया है पूरा राजयोग। और इसी में राजयोग इज ऑल्सो टॉक्स अबाउट 8-fold पाथ, अष्टांग योग, जो दिया गया है महर्षि पतंजलि में योग सूत्रस के द्वारा, राइट? तो स्वामी विवेकानंद इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ राजयोग। इनको राजयोगी बोलते थे स्वामी विवेकानंद को। यू शुड रिमेंबर दिस, यू नो, द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ ईच पाथ। द examiner might ask you during your viva. So 8 limbs of yoga, you all remember, right? Yama, niyama, आसन, प्राणायाम, प्रत्याहार, धारणा, ध्यान, समाधि। तो यही है अष्टांग योग। जब हम करते हैं प्रैक्टिस तो और आपको आपका गोल ही समाधि बन जाता है, राइट? So that's about Raj Yoga. What is the time? We have 5 minutes more. So if you have any questions now, you can ask. Each of these paths are very huge, very deep. Of course, I can't tell you all of that like in a session, but as per your syllabus, this is good enough to know about all the different parts of yoga. अगर इसमें अभी आपको कोई प्रश्न है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं। Any questions if you have?
Ma'am, I have one question that this Raja Yoga is a part of Ashtanga Yoga. Like Ashtanga Yoga is a part of Raja Yoga. It comes under it.
Yes. Ashtang Yoga is part of Raj Yoga, which is given by Maharishi Patanjali. Hatha Yoga is also, in a way, you can say Hatha Yoga is no different than Raj Yoga. As in, the goal of Hatha Yoga is Raj Yoga. A lot of people mistaken this, they think they are opposites, but they're not opposites. Hatha Yoga, of course, focuses more on body asanas and structure and all of that, but the ultimate goal of Hatha Yoga is Raj Yoga, to experience samadhi meditation. Okay, so you should know this, very important. As per the need of time and space, things have emerged. So Hatha Yoga was needed in the space and time, and this modern era also. That is why it is there. But ultimately, you have to experience the self through samadhi meditation. It is also said one of the most toughest path is Jnana Yoga. It's the first path which was emerged long back, and it is one of the toughest ones.
So, ma'am, dhyan and samadhi comes in Raj Yoga. That's what you are saying, right?
Yes, राजयोग को ध्यान योग भी बोलते हैं, इसीलिए क्योंकि उसका फोकस सारा कहाँ है, ध्यान पे. लेकिन जब तक आप अपने अपने मेंटल डिसिप्लिन फॉलो नहीं किया, तब तक ध्यान लगेगा नहीं, या लगेगा तो भी आप वापस इरिटेट होना, डिस्टर्ब होना, यू विल कम बैक टू द टेंडेंसीज ऑफ योर माइंड. दैट इज व्हाई when you follow that discipline of mind, you're able to restrain the modulations. That's when you can be in that state, establish yourself in that state for a long time, build the strong foundation there.
I have one question. ये इन चारों योगों का ऑब्जेक्टिव ही ध्यान और समाधि नहीं है क्या? Ultimately we follow all these four systems to attain dhyan and samadhi.
Ultimate goal ध्यान समाधि नहीं है. Ultimate goal realizing yourself and liberation है.
Samadhi is what? Samadhi is liberation, I believe.
You can say that there are different levels of samadhi, but it's not dhyan the ultimate goal. Okay, it's liberating, realizing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Meditation is one way of realizing yourself. Through knowledge is one way of realizing yourself. Through bhakti is one way of realizing yourself. Through service, one way of realizing yourself. So dhyan is not important, like in a way, but it's easiest.
But can we realize ourselves without meditation, without dhyan?
हाँ, पहले के जमाने में लोग ऐसे 1 सेकंड में लिबरेट हो जाते थे ना. क्यों? आहा, ज्ञान, वो तुरंत कुछ चमकता है और लिबरेट हो जाते हैं. ध्यान तो नहीं किया, बट रियलाइजेशन हो गया. अब जमाना इस टाइम में ऐसा नहीं है. मतलब गुरुदेव इज स्टिल ओपन, ही सेज यस पॉसिबल, एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल, बट of course the most common and easiest way is at least leading them through meditation so that they experience some level of thoughtless mind and all of that.
Okay.
What else? Done? Shall we conclude the session? Okay. How many of you
What
attended
will we discuss tomorrow?
Tomorrow, what will we discuss? I'm not very sure whether to talk about. Have you been given like detailed instructions or detail about benefits and all of that about Surya Namaskar and Sukshma Vyayam and all of that? A theory session has been taken on it or not, because it is part of your syllabus.
Actually, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
We had a theory session on that.
No. So I mostly will take that, but I'm not very sure. Let's see. I'll discuss with Krishna ji and see what material he has given to you and how much has been conducted. Because practically you might know about what is Sukshma Vyayam and all of that, but if you've been asked to say सूक्ष्म व्यायाम के बारे में 2 मिनट बात करो, कहाँ से आया है, किसने बताया, ये सब, तो you should know all of that also. That's what I'm asking. You are not aware about it, right?
no, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
ठीक है. So we'll do one lecture on session on that also. ठीक है ना? सूक्ष्म व्यायाम. एक session is good enough.
Sure.
Meanwhile, I will give you a homework. Find out Surya Namaskar is part of which scripture. सूर्य नमस्कार कहाँ से आया है, ये आप ढूंढ के लाइए.
Okay.
ठीक है? कहाँ से इमर्ज हुआ, ये इसकी डिटेल्स बताना मेरे को. We'll have session directly on Monday. No session on Saturday, Sunday. You'll be given some quiz, some question answers to reflect up to whatever topics we have covered from that. Okay, it will be fun.
Today what you have discussed we will get?
Yes, you will get the PDF. I think Krishna ji will provide you. Okay.
Tomorrow no class in the afternoon.
No. Tomorrow no class. I think morning also no class, evening also no class. Krishna ji will inform you. But I'm just giving you a heads up.
Then Monday?
Yeah, Monday. See you directly on Monday.
2 days off.
Yes. You need to revise and reflect on everything that you have learned. Go back to your notes. Read some more things. You've been given reference books also. Start reading them, because this much knowledge is not it's not enough also. Okay. So read something. We'll give you some work also to do. Some reflections, some questions. Do your self-study. Swadhyaya is important. Okay. Okay, then. See you all Monday.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.